Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it is for Friday, the 20th day of February. Here we go. Well, first of all, I want to remind you that you are in the middle of the second day of Rosh Chodesh. If you're hearing this on February 20th, Thursday night and Friday marks the beginning of the month of Adar, and you might hear people singing Misha Nichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha. When Adar comes in, we increase our happiness. That's a halacha too, and that means that if you've had tests or scary things that you didn't want to schedule earlier, well, this is a time of Marbim Besimcha. It's an auspicious time. I think that might be a good way to use the word auspicious. A great month for the Jewish people. And so if you've had things that you've been putting off, it would be a fantastic time to schedule them now for this month. And now that we are just at Rosh Chodesh Adar, I think that means only 2 weeks away to Purim, a little less than 2 weeks. So it's perfect for me now to remind you about an upcoming halacha that it's time to start arranging for now, and that is this. On the great day of Purim, when it arrives, we will have several mitzvahs, but one of them will be to send gifts to our friends, Mishloach Manos Ish L'Re'ehu, and people make beautiful package for their friends and neighbors and everything and send them off. And we will also have the mitzvah of Matanos La'avyonim, which means giving gifts to the poor people. And this is not just me talking out of my heart, this is also a halacha, and you should know this. There are a lot of people that go to great lengths to make certain that their mishloach manos are arranged in such a way that they're very beautiful, and that they bring a lot of joy to their neighbors, which is all wonderful and everything, and they spend great amounts of energy and money, and then even designing special themes such that the gift is in the shape of a carriage, and the carriage is something representing of blah blah blah, and there's a poem that goes with it and all that, and then Matanos La'avyonim, you probably see where this is going. The gifts to the poor are sometimes given short notice compared to the great mitzvah of Mishloach Manos Ish L'Re'ehu, of sending gifts to your friends and neighbors. You could probably smell where this is going. The halacha is very clear that you should spend more of your money on matanos la'avyonim, on gifts to the poor people, so that if you have a choice of your expenditure going towards gifts to your friends and neighbors, or real straight-out charity to the poor people, you should be expending your money on gifts to the poor people. That is not to say that we negate the mitzvah of Mishloach Manos Ish L'Re'ehu, the gifts to our friends and neighbors. That too is an important mitzvah. But when you weigh the two against each other, the mitzvah of giving gifts to the poor is more important than the mitzvah of sending Mishloach Manos Ish L'Re'ehu. So by all means, you have to do both of those mitzvahs, but if you're starting to arrange them now, and you were planning to spend $1,000 on your Mishloach Manos ideas, and $100 on your gifts to the poor, that's backwards. What you're supposed to be doing is giving more of your money to the poor who really, really need it, and still, of course, do the mitzvah of gifts to your friends. And when you give the gifts to your friends, that's a mitzvah too, but your expenditures for the poor should outpace those gifts that you're giving to your friends and neighbors. And my personal opinion, this isn't in the Shulchan Aruch, but my personal opinion just is that I don't know where this idea came from, that Shalach Manos should have a theme, and everything should represent the color blah blah blah, or that there should be a joke in it, or whatever. It does not say that in the Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch just talks about giving, ready-made foods to your friends so that they could eat it on Purim. But the theme, you don't have to expend this is me talking personally now, you don't have to be expending great amounts of energy on making sure that there's a theme in your Shalach Manos. You just have to make sure that they are ready foods that your friends and neighbors can enjoy on the day of Purim. Thanks for logging on. Have a great Shabbos, and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.